Today I want to run through a case presentation using Intelligent Herb. So here we have the client with a Pitta Vata body type, male, 5'10", 153 pounds. This is actually a picture of me, although the case information here is completely made up. The client is married, an Ayurveda practitioner who lives in Asheville, North Carolina. We can see, looking at the face, skin looks a little pale in this photo. I'm actually tanner now. And lips can look a little pale too. Maybe there's some anemia. Uh, but otherwise, a healthy, great looking guy. Look at the front of the body here. You see hips are maybe a little forward of the ankles there. Hard to tell from this photo. We'd have to look at a profile. But along this line, we can explain the photos and then jump back to case management. Client health goals are mild chronic obstructive pulmonary disorder, COPD, with high blood pressure, thick coating back of tongue, and low appetite. And let's take a look at the assessed syndromes. We see some toxicity in the blood plasma, which evidences strong body odor, many bubbles after urinating. We notice some vata in the diet. Client is vegetarian, a stress undereater with irregular meal times. Some roughness in the digestive tract, celiac disease, food allergy, and pancreatic insufficiency. Some roughness in the kidney, bladder, urinary, some bubbles after urinating. Heart palpitations and irregular heartbeat, uh, giving evidence of vata in the nervous system. And client has some deficiency in Rukta. Thalassemia minor, a genetic blood condition, and pale lips. We also note there's some heat in the respiratory health. In Pranavas rotus, and with an animal, dander allergy, COPD, limited sense of smell, and seasonal allergies. All right, so we've got a few things going on here. Um, Mainly vata in the diet and a deficiency in the red blood cells causing some toxicity in the blood plasma. And then that toxicity in the blood plasma is irritating the rest of the body, creating heat in the respiratory tract, roughness in the kidney, and some vata in the nervous system. So what we can look here in the pathogenesis flowchart. We can see that our main intervention points are reduce vata in the diet, a blood tonic to help with deficiency in Rukta, a digestive tonic to restore or raise, increase chi tonic for the digestive tract, that we're going to reduce toxicity in rasa and reduce heat in the respiratory tract. We can reduce vata in the nervous system directly as well, and some of the roughness in the kidney, right? So that's our goal. Let's look at some ideas for that. We see Anantamul is a pitta pacifying tonic that will reduce toxicity in blood plasma. Harataki can clear the bowels. And so those two herbs can be helpful for toxicity in the blood plasma. Now, Anantamul will also help for deficiency in red blood cells. So that looks like that's going to be a good herb for this client. For vata in the diet, the client said they're willing to reintroduce meat. So I'm going to suggest that to keep a strong routine. I'm going to provide the client with a quick, easy meal plan, which information is actually already listed on the Joyful Belly website. So I've put that in the information link for this client. And I'm going to ask the client to set phone alarms for meal times. For roughness in the digestive tract, we're going to include a chi tonic for digestion, or a Rasayana for digestion. That's licorice root. And we'll put that in this lung cool formula, which I'll explain in just a little bit. And we're going to suggest the client stay hydrated so that there's plenty of liquid in the digestive tract. Avoid gassy foods, avoid coffee. And we already see here that we're going to favor an easy anti-inflammatory, digestive, immune calming, and membrane repairing. Uh, that is the goal and why I chose licorice root. Okay. Um, the laxative will clear the blood, and that will clear toxicity, which will aid kidney, bladder, urinary. I'm not going to suggest anything else particular for that, other than licorice root should be a nice soothing herb for the kidney. For vata in the nervous system, we're going to recommend avoiding coffee. Licorice root is a nice adaptogen for the nervous system. We're going to leave it at that because the laxative itself can help with vata in the nervous system. In fact, I'll add Harataki as a recommendation for vata in the nervous system. For deficiency in red blood cells, we're going to recommend the client eat alfalfa sprouts and chicken liver to supply iron. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, for thalassemia minor, you do not want to supply iron. You simply want to reduce stress for hemolytic anemias. So we're going to leave it as a blood tonic here, but not as something that will supply iron. Okay, for heat and the respiratory health, with chronic obstructive pulmonary disorder, we're going to avoid respiratory irritants. I'm going to suggest Petacetes for reducing for calming the immune system in the respiratory tract. Fennel seeds, which is a nice respiratory tonic and bronchodilator, and licorice root, also to calm inflammation in the lungs. I created a Vata Pitta pacifying diet for this client on Joyful Belly. And you can see here it also avoids difficult, dry, and light foods and favors easy, salty, and sweet. Now, if I was working with a client, I'd also jump right into this diet link and pick the top 5 recipes from it and list them right here. We can take a look at this lung cool formula. 2 licorice, 2 harataki, 2 butterbur, 2 anuntamul, and then just 1 for fennel seeds, so it's not too much of the aromatic compound in it. And that will provide all of the healing that we need for this client. Thank you so much.